Next question. What is medical cannabis?
An earth plant.
From what planet? Is he from Earth?
No.
No. From where?
The spores were brought from another one. Brought from another planet. This is a cosmic plant.
This is a cosmic plant.
It is of unearthly origin.
For what purpose? For what purpose did this plant appear on Earth?
Helping people.
Helping people. So is helping people. All right. How does this plant affect a person?
A strong influence on a person goes, but you do not know how to use it.
Please tell us what we don't know how to use, what we don't know about him.
Relieves pain.
Relieves pain, of course. We know that? So.
For medicinal purposes.
How does it work?
Uses.
Yes, we know that too, yes. Here we need information that we don't know about this plant. We know a lot about him. Do we know how it affects, say, cerebral palsy, how it relaxes the nervous system, how people really recover? Why am I asking? I ask because I understand the usefulness of this plant for humans. We understand that it was given from above this plant to a person. But he is so now they have hung up such a sign for him, but it has long been that this is a drug that kills people there and so on. But we know that.
This plant also rejuvenates.
Here. Therefore.
This plant rejuvenates the whole body at the cellular level. Therefore, it is hidden.
Naturally.
Nobody needs it. This is a very strong plant.
Yes.
It can be added to all decoctions. It combines with other herbs to strengthen many times all decoctions, lotions, anything. It strengthens, increases penetration deep into the body. Even if oil is made, the body is smeared, penetration is very deep, instantaneous at the cellular level. Therefore, this information is kept secret.
Of course, we know that. And here.
Responds, rejuvenates, heals, smooths everything inside the body, creates conditions for immunity, strengthens the immune system, strengthens it, cleanses,
усиляет иммунитет, укрепляет его, очищает.
The greatest power is rejuvenation.
Rejuvenation.
Yes. That is, hiding.
Taking this plant in any form, yes, I mean, let's say the leaves, you dried the leaves, brew it like tea.
Yes.
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 Add to broths, add.
Of course.
In a natural medicine.
There is a special substance inside the stem. You can show it as some kind of resin flows here inside the stem. You need to cut it off and on the tip, and just take the tongue as a suck.
Juice. Juice, yes it is.
That's it. Yes. Yes. The juice of the banter. Yes. Inside the stem, the most power goes. There's all of it. The whole flower, all plants have C.
In force.
Yes.
It's not for nothing.
The first aid inside the stem. But sometimes in microscopic doses.
Microdosing. Yes.
Yes,
Like in a fly agaric.
Да.
yes. Very small, straight tip.
On the tip of my tongue.
Yes.
Here it is.
Кончики.
Yes. Now people will listen to us and start squeezing it out with a juicer and drinking glasses. That is microdose.
I shouldn't be a strong dose of it.
Сильная доза, она
On the contrary. On the contrary.
уносит человека.
Asks a person to go to the wrong place. Everything should be dosed. At first, there was not enough cannabis for this plant, and it was calculated in such a concentration that it would be enough for more people. Therefore, microdoses had to be used. But you have artificially grown it big.
On an industrial scale.
Yes, yes, it wasn't designed for that.
Well, here in the times of the Soviet Union, growing on an industrial scale. The USSR was generally the first country in the world in terms of the production of cannabis, hemp clothing. All military clothing was made of hemp at that time, in those days. It's not an accident.
These are real properties.
Antibacterial properties, quite right.
Yes,
That is, it's almost.
the most. Who fought? There were no conditions. They were dirty.
Yes.
Many days. Therefore, she disinfected people with cannabis.
Дезинфицировала людей.
Strengthened the biofield. It destroyed dirt, prevented germs, and protected people from infections.
И защищала людей от инфекций.
That's why these clothes were needed. This information was given from above to the leaders.
Руководителям
They accepted it and used it.
использовали.
Used for its intended purpose.
Yes, and now it's all being cleaned up.
Убирается.
In order for people to be sick, polluted.
Были больные, загрязненные.
Because the production of medicines works, the more people get sick, the more.
Производство лекарств. Чем больше люди болеют, тем больше.
So much the better corporation.
Yes, corporations. They were doing a business outgrowth.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
All right. How does cannabis affect the human nervous system?
Cannabis на нервную систему человека.
Calms, cleanses, neutralizes, removes bad thoughts from the head, removes blocks very well, has a good effect on a person.
Снимает блоки. Очень хорошо, хорошее воздействие оказывает на человека.
But everything has to be
Всё должно
dosed.
быть дозировано.
Without fanaticism.
Да.
Yes. What is the similarity of this plant with fly agaric?
Вот этого растения с мухомором.
They're very close, I take it, according to its impact.
Своему воздействию.
Yes. The only difference is that the fly agaric works for both the lower and upper worlds.
Работает и на нижние, и на верхние миры.
Yeah, right. And cannabis.
А каннабис?
Рас-
And cannabis.
Cannabis works at higher vibrations.
На более высоких вибрациях.
At higher vibrations.
Yes, but it can also lower down,
Спустить вниз.
Of course.
Но
but
не
not that
высоко,
much. Deep.
How?
глубоко.
Fly agaric.
Fly agaric, yes.
I see. I see.
Мухомор
The fly agaric
сам
reaches the lowest worlds. That's the difference.
в этом разница.
But an even bigger difference is that the fly agaric, as a researcher examines the whole body, does it get to the bottom of the problem?
Исследователь, он исследует весь организм. Он доходит
До сути проблемы.
Yes, to the core of the problem and spiritually fulfills a person's desire, as it were, if a person approaches it consciously.
Actually,
Yes,
that is, we can say that fly agaric, unlike cannabis.
spiritual.
He's more intellectual. Yes,
Yes, you could say that.
I see.
He has a consciousness. You can talk to him. A person accepting it talks to him, communicates. And he goes where the person asks him. This is a more conscious cream. This plant no longer acts of a broad spectrum, a spectrum of action.
That is, narrow action.
Narrower.
Okay, I see, we've dealt with this. What is the difference between medical cannabis and regular cannabis? Or is it no different? Just the name?
It's not. It's not different. It all depends on how everything is done. Where it is grown is very important.
Technology. Cultivation technology, right.
Yes, maybe.
Maybe.
And everything was grown when in its natural form. This is a completely different information. When plants are artificially grown, they have the least strength. That is, they are not so strong.
So, and what are the consequences for a person? Well, it's clear. If there is a person with fanaticism, there is some kind of overdose, it's clear that this will have some kind of negative impact. And if within reason, then as if the negative consequences of taking the medicine of the plant are not observed. Yes, there is no such thing. If there are no special contraindications for a person there, I do not know allergies there, and so on.
Yes, that's right.
Aha, I'm already starting to talk like a doctor. Okay, good. How the oil works. Here there is now already freely available CBD oil. It is called hemp for this medical oil.
Hi.
Regeneration. It takes it under the tongue even as a baby, so there's a drop of it dripping under the tongue, and it really does this oil work like that, right? How does he describe it?
Heals, regenerates tissues at the cellular level.
At the cellular level. That is, people can safely use this medicine without fear, yes.
Everything is in moderation.
I see, yes. How does the smoking theme affect a person, yes, from this plant? We know that it grows there, which means that people smoke what they use later.
That's not what it was created for.
Not for that, but people nonetheless.
Little dangerous.
How is it dangerous?
Dangerous. Clogs the lungs. The cell membranes of the lungs suffer. It's very sticky. It's viscous. It clogs the lungs. Diseases of the respiratory system.
I see. But it is not as harmful as, let's say, people smoke cigarettes. Electronic cigarettes are not clear what they are made of at all. This plant is probably not much more dangerous than what people smoke every day I buy in stores.
The lungs fail quickly. They are not ready to receive this plant. That's not what it was created for. It should not be allowed inside the lungs. The cell membranes of the lungs are clogged.
мембраны легких.
So well with the lungs sorted out. How it affects the human brain, yes, when a person starts smoking.
Курить.
What happens to a person?
The human biofield is disrupted. When a large flow goes this large flow, a large amount of energy is used to can blow your head off.
Поток идет этого. Большой поток, большая энергия используется. Слишком может снести голову.
From a human, the mind is clouding there.
Туманит разум.
Sveta, speak.
Света говорит.
Is there something you wanted to say?
A person's vibrations are rising. The person is at low vibrations. A person loses a sharp jump in vibration.
Теряет
Control, their vigilance, or vice versa.
бдительность.
Who has high
Или
vibrations
наоборот,
falls to lower
высокие
vibrations.
вибрации падает на более низкие вибрации.
Мгм.
Everything is individual.
Мгм.
Who is drawn to where?
Тянет
Мгм.
Some up, some down. It's all very individual.
индивидуально.
That is,
То есть,
again,
опять-таки, здесь
the power
играет,
of intention plays
сила
here.
намерения.
Let's say there is a person there.
Человек,
Да.
Yes,
да, человек,
a person is sitting reading a book, so he thought about God there.
подумал там о Боге,
Scored a joint, puffed.
Мгм.
пыхнул.
Yes. Yes.
And it can
Оно
work
может
in his
подействовать в
situation.
его,
It can work well.
ситуации, это может подействовать хорошо.
Yes,
Yes.
Да.
He can see
Может
something
быть,
higher.
что-то высшее.
something higher. In other words, the power of intention plays a major role here.
Роль,
Right,
верно?
Yes.
in this topic.
Если бы-
If
если
people
бы
did it in a dosed manner, and it was necessary to do it gradually to exceed the dose, then they could go to higher worlds and see what they cannot see in ordinary life.
превышать дозу, то они могли бы выйти на более высокие миры и увидеть то, что в обычной жизни не могут увидеть.
Мгм.
But this is if a person has high awareness.
Высокая осознанность у человека.
And people usually unconsciously do it.
Неосознанно они занимаются этим.
I see.
Понятно.